The terror on the tracks. I'm a graffiti artist, and I prefer to focus solely on my art. I usually choose abandoned, TRAIN tracks where I can tag without worrying about getting caught. One night, I went to an old, rundown rail line with my friend Mike. It was around 10 p.m., and we sat next to some rusty freight cars. Mike, as usual, was smoking a joint while I pulled out my cans to start tagging. The train was completely blank, and I got excited there wasn't a single tag on it, which meant I had a fresh canvas dot in about 15 minutes. I had already completed several solid tags, feeling satisfied. I tossed my empty cans back where we had walked and went back to check on Mike. He was too busy with his second joint to use the spray can I gave him. We were chatting when suddenly, we heard the unmistakable sound of metal clanging. Everything stopped. There was something or someone in the darkness. We waited, holding our breath, but the noise didn't repeat. I pulled out my phone to record, just in case. Then, out of nowhere, someone threw one of my empty paint cans at us. A second later, we heard a voice yell, "You better not trip." Before we could react, a gunshot rang out behind us. Mike and I bolted. We ran along the tracks, hearts pounding, until we reached the main road. My hands were shaking as we sprinted to the car in total silence. We didn't even talk on the way home. I couldn't call the cops. What could I say? We were the ones breaking the law. A few weeks later, I went back to the tracks during the day, this time with my Glock for protection. The train was still there, but my tags had been covered up with ugly red paint. Someone had deliberately erased my work. I kept investigating and eventually came across an open freight car. Inside was a single chair, surrounded by scattered ropes. Some of the ropes were tied to the chair legs, and others just lay around on the floor. The strangest thing was the smell. It reeked of bleach. The whole place smelled like it had been scrubbed down. I was about to take a picture when I heard another metal clang, farther down the tracks. That was it. I bolted, not looking back. I've told this story to so many people, and none of them can make sense of it. Who would cover my tags, chase us with a gun, and set up something as bizarre as that scene with the chair? Sometimes, when I'm alone at night, I can still hear that gunshot ringing in my ears.